Selamat pagi from Depok, Indonesia. So we're off for a run now. We're going a bit late. It's going to be probably about 9:30 before we actually start the run because we need to get a grab to where we're going to start from. We're going late for two reasons. One, we didn't want to get out of bed this morning, but we never ever planned a very, very early one here because it's a lot cooler here. It's hot, but it's cooler. But we need to do a little bit of heat training really, because especially Irina, because she's not run a full marathon before. We've got one in Kuala Lumpur in October, so running in the heat is going to be a good thing for both of us just to get used to it, because it's just not as hot here, which is great. I prefer that, but it's going to be a bit of a culture shock because even when it's dark, I mean the marathon starts. I think it's 4:30. I can't remember now. Maybe 3:30. But it's so hot and humid there, you know, and it's difficult to get used to it. So this is part of that sort of acclimatization training, if that's the right word. So we're going to start our running in a minute. So this training is important for Rena to get her marathon training up. Less important for me, but I can try and support as much as I can. Let's see how it goes with the heat because it's a bit hotter now. But let's see how it goes. I mean, I don't have any major plans, but I think Rena has, so I'll try and support her, yeah? So we're about 2k in, averaging about 7-minute Ks, which is what my plan is for the KL marathon. So even though I'll be a bit fitter than when I was when I did Angkor Wat the other week, it's a lot hotter there. So aiming for some sort of plan I had before, which maybe it's not everyone's idea of a plan, but I go off at a 7-minute Ks, get the Ks in the bank, so to speak, and then as the race progresses, and I will undoubtedly get slower because I'm old, then I've already got, sort of average time there, and it goes slightly over 7.5, and that gets me under 5.5, which I'm okay with that, I was hoping for a sub 5 this year in KL somewhere, but various things changed that. And it is what it is, So my wife Rena is still behind me. So this training is more important for her because she's never done more than 21k before. But she's got that determination, I went out a few weeks ago with some friends of mine in KL, and I saw her. She went out before me. She did 21 on her own. I struggle to do that much in training, I really do. How are you, Rena? Oh, is it hot enough for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
So that's about 4.5 Ks we've done. So as I say, it's hot because it's. I think the biggest issue is going to be the sun. I think we're now running out in the open. A lot of it's been sheltered, but compared to where we've lived for the last sort of 2 years, Kuala Lumpur, where it's very humid, even running at this time of day, it's still cooler than running there at night. So it's important that we do this, especially for Rena, to get her endurance up to running in the heat because it's tough, yeah. And the Kuala Lumpur Marathon is very, very tough. It actually gets better when the sun comes up, But the first 3 hours or so of it is grueling, very, very humid. Running into town, they've got the heat from the cars and everything. It's just tough. So it's good to do this. So how are you feeling, Rena? Yeah. So we've done about 4.5k.
Yeah.
So we've only got about 38k to do it for a marathon. How's that? All right? We do that before lunch?
Yes.
Not today. So you've got banana trees in the background there, in the jungle. Bit of building work here. There's the stadium. There's my wife Rena. Wave, Rena. So it looks like Rena's dropped her pace a little bit, which is absolutely fine. It's important sometimes to run to the conditions and how you feel, and it's not always about speed. Maybe if you want to win it, maybe if you're an Olympic competitor, then it is 100% about speed. But if you're trying to do your first marathon, it's all about getting those kilometres in those legs, And if you go off too fast, you'll never do that, And it's really telling the body that you're coming up for 30k, which is a horrible time. You're coming up for 30k, but you're okay, And I guess that's where I'm quite lucky because I don't really train much these days for marathons. I just do them. I tend to use the last race as the training for the next one. But that's been a problem this year because I didn't, between March and August was quite a long time. But I did okay because I got the muscle memory, yeah, which is important. So Rena, my wife's not going to have that, but she's a much better runner than me. She's younger than me anyway, and she's got that dogged determination, you know, and she's also a lot more technical than me. I'm not. Gets technical, then I'm not interested because it's all about escapism for me. So, and it works, you know. I've done a lot of marathons and a lot of races and had some quite good results, so I'm not that bad, yeah. You know, whilst I think I'll probably finish above Rena in this race. We'll see how it goes. But I think if you go forward a year, I think I'll be seeing the back of her going past me on a regular, which is fine, you know. I'm okay with that because my days of fast running are gone, yeah. Which sometimes makes it better, yeah. I just need to get around sometimes, and well, not sometimes, always. I think I've shared many times, I always have a plan A, B, C, all that sort of stuff. And I mean, to actually get my plan A at the last race was unbelievable. Perhaps I underestimated myself, you know. But my plan C or D, depending on the race, is just to finish, yeah. I mean, I even did one race in 84k in March, and my last plan was to get as far as I can without, you know, even if I didn't make the cut off, just try and make as far as I could, because I think my most I run at that point was 69k, so to get 70k was a PB for me, yeah. So it's important to have that, because if you don't have other plans, if you don't get your target, and it happens many times because you have a bad day, if you don't get your target, then, you know, you're upset, but you shouldn't be, because a full marathon, a half marathon, even a 5k, a 10k, a 16k, they're all big distances, yeah? And finishing those should always be a sense of achievement. So that's 10k done. I was running with Rena, but I decided to leave her just for speed work in this heat, which is very, very hard. The beauty of this is it's a lap, so I can go and find her in a minute. Because running with other people is okay, but try and find somebody your own pace, whether they're as slow as you or faster than you is difficult. So at the moment, I'm obviously faster than Rena, but as I say, in a year's time, she'll be waiting for me, yeah. So I'm walking back now to find my wife, who hopefully is behind me, and not at the start. I couldn't see her at the start. She's got like a yellow t-shirt on, which was the race t-shirt for the half marathon. Unfortunately, even though she entered, she couldn't actually take part in. But there's loads of yellow flags here, so I keep thinking I can see her, yeah. So, see, 1,000 Renas. So why am I doing these YouTube? I guess a few reasons. I mean, I want to hit the magic 1,000 subscribers. Still a long way to go yet. Still about 770 roughly. So please subscribe. By subscribing, it costs you nothing, but I believe I can start earning, but I don't know how much, and it's not going to enable me to buy a big yacht and a Ferrari or Lamborghini, but you know, every little helps. So we're not working anymore, but also it's a bit of a hobby really, and a bit of a milestone to get 1,000. But running, why running? Well, running's my passion, and anyone that's watched my videos will know that virtually everything that I do, virtually every video, I think maybe the one yesterday about the tree coming down in my garden being felled, I don't think I mentioned running then, but every other time, yeah, virtually every single one will mention running. But do you know what, if I'm not always going to know this, but if one person watches my video and takes up running, that's the result, yeah, because I love helping other runners, you know. As I said before, I'm not very technical, I just get it and do it, you know. My head is my main muscle. It gets me round. I suffer from anxiety, I suffer from depression. I'm not too bad at the moment, but I still get it, it's still there, it'll always be there, you know. I'm not on medication at the moment, maybe because I'm not working, so a lot of the day-to-day SHIT I don't have to deal with. But at the end of the day, I do get it, you know, and running is a big help to that. It really helps me cope. I'm not good at it, but I'm not bad at it either, you know, and I've achieved a lot. So that's why I do it, you know. So if anyone does take up running because of these videos, or inspired these videos or whatever, please let me know. Thank you. Right, so I can see Rena ahead now. So I'm going to stop the walking, put it back into run mode. I'm going to run back with her. Okay, so we both done 10k. So we started off quite a way away and ran about probably 3.5k here, and then done about 3 loops. It'll take us up to about 10k. So Rena ran at a much slower pace. She will be faster, I think, on the day. A little bit faster to get within the cut-off. But as I said earlier, it's about getting the distance in our legs, you know. And I also said that running at this time of day is not an issue. As the K's got on, it became an issue. So I think maybe, whilst it's still a lot cooler and not as humid as Kuala Lumpur, where we've lived for the last couple of years, you know, don't get me wrong, Kuala Lumpur's a great place. I absolutely love it there. Just that humidity is a bit of an issue for my running. But as I say, whilst it's not as hot as that, we probably could have done by going out a couple of hours earlier, I think. So Rita, tell me how it went. I mean, tell me what's your plan for the run and how did it go?
Yeah, actually I wanted to run like at least 2 hours.
How many hours? Sorry, how many hours? 3?
At least 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Or 3. But it's okay because I think I start a bit late, around 10 o'clock in the morning. So maybe next time I will start much earlier.
Okay, so what was tough about today's run then?
I think it's a few kilometers from the starts. After that, I feel fine.
Okay, what about the heat? Do you find it maybe as we start off a little bit too late?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And whose fault's that? Mine. I got out of bed too late. But, okay, so at the moment, what's your sort of ambitions for the marathon? You got a plan A, B, C. You know how I have different plans. Do you have different plans?
Yeah, I will start with normal pace. Not fast. Just a normal pace.
What sort of pace is that, do you think? Okay. 7.5,
And
yeah?
after that, there's the kilometers. Then I will increase. After 15 kilometers or 20, 25 like that.
Okay, I mean that's a good plan. I mean that's opposite to mine because I start off faster and get slower. But if you can do that, I think you need to put a bit more work in to achieve that before that, because I think 7.5 pace, if you start off with that and stay with that, you'll get in at 5.5, which for a first marathon is a reasonable, especially in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore area, anywhere in that area, even Asia, but certainly in those places where it's very humid. I think getting anything sort of around that time is awesome, you know. So I think, yeah, okay, let's see how it goes. I think what you have to be with the marathon, you have to be flexible.
I think KL is better. This is more challenging because of the uneven road and then the amount of the cars and especially motorbikes. It's really challenging.
No, it is, and I think and also when you're in a race, it's always a lot. I wouldn't say easier, but you're a lot more with it. You're a lot more motivated. I mean, I struggle to run, 20k in training, but I can go and knock out 42 in a race, And I think race day, I certainly am more motivated, so I can always find extra few miles and k's and that sort of stuff and time. So I think you're right. But KL Marathon is tough. I don't want to be pessimistic, but it is tough. There's a lot of running on the toll roads, not very scenic, very humid, And the last 10k is okay. I quite enjoyed the last 10k, although I hurt. And the first 7-8k is okay because it's running through the city centre. But a lot of it is running in quite bleak areas, really. The other runners are nice. They help you through it. Don't get me wrong. I've done it twice, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. But I think. I think what you need to be flexible in all, especially marathon, because anything can happen. You need to have 3 or 4 plans, but we'll work with you and we'll see how you are. I personally think at the moment, I think going off at 7.5 and increasing that is not going to happen. But let's see, prove me wrong, yeah. Maybe when we change. So I've got to move. I think I've got an ants on me arm. I've done like ants on me. I think as we go for the training, I think we can probably improve that.
Yeah,
So,
and maybe in the race, because you will get more water station, it will help.
certainly, yeah, you do, and you get the motivation. The race day experience certainly gives you quite a few kilometres and gives you a bit more pace, without any doubt, because you've got a goal at the end. everyone will be thinking, is she going to finish? Is she going to finish? Wherefore when you come out today, none of us had a plan. So whatever we done was a bonus, yeah. So yeah, you'll be fine. I've got no issues that you're not going to finish at all, unless you get an injury. But I think mentally you're there. There's no issues with that, and that is 80% of the battle. So yeah, anything final to say?
Yeah, I feel okay. My breathing is absolutely fine. I don't have issues with breathing at all.
Yeah. Which is why I think you have got a bit more in the tank. I think you can push a bit more, but being conservative is a good thing as well. But okay, well, I'll say 3 more words: run, live, run. So what I love about running in Asia is the types of drinks you can get on the side of the road. So as in India, you can get a coconut. This is about the same price as in English terms. This is about 20-25 pence for an ice cold orange. Yeah. And my only challenge is not to drink it at one go because it's so nice and cold. When they say ice, I don't mind ice, but normally you have ice drinks, it's mainly ice. So since you drink liquid, there's nothing left. I remember my late mum in Portugal once, we all got a Coke, it was really hot, and the guy said, "Do you want ice?" And she said, "No, thank you." And so she had a full Coke, and then when she drank half the Coke, she said, "I'll have ice now." I've learned from that. Anyway, cheers.